Hello and welcome back to the Game Room. Today I have a product review for the Savage Worlds Action and Adventure deck. 2 card decks to aid you in your Savage Worlds games. The first is the Action deck, and in Savage Worlds, initiative is doled out via playing cards. So when you deal out the initiative, you can at a glance see around the table where everyone's place is in the initiative line. And these cards aid in that because they are very stark visually, as you can see, and they're slightly larger than your average playing cards, although it may not look it in the giant Yeti paws that I call my hands. Also, the face cards, as you can see, have some cool artwork on each of them. Got an XCOM Space Marine there. And the artwork is in the sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and pulp adventure genres. So they add some visual flair to your Savage Worlds initiative. Simple enough, but they are good cards nonetheless. The second deck, the Adventure deck, adds a bit more to the game in that you can use it to add a few wrinkles to the storyline. At the beginning of each session, each player is dealt one of the adventure cards. Now, some of them are simple affairs like adding a d6 to any skill roll that you would like, or allowing an ranged attack to get extra damage, or a melee attack to get extra damage, or improving the disposition of an NPC that you meet. Simple things like that. But other things add a few story threads, such as this one, Enemy. If you play it, an NPC in that session will hate you and will become your enemy, and they will become a recurring character, and you cannot make soak rolls against them. But you are also given another card. Some of them are detrimental to the players, so when they play this card, they are given another one, or perhaps the whole party is given another adventure card. There's another card such as Love Interest, which will cause an NPC to become smitten with one of the characters. And then there is this one, We're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat, and is one of my favorites, in which one of the enemies in the combat, you play it at the beginning of combat, and one of the enemies is 2 sizes larger, thus increasing their toughness and their strength by 2 steps. It reminds me of in Indiana Jones when he's on the tarmac and he's just punching out Nazis left and right, but then that huge mechanic comes up and becomes a real challenge for him. It's things like that that you can slip into your game and change up what's going on. Also, there's this card, which is my personal favorite for 2 big reasons. Not those reasons, but the reasons being that it is Folk Hero, and it allows your character you play after saving some smelly townsfolk, and they will hail you as a hero, and you'll always find solace and comfort with them. I really like it because it adds an interesting dynamic to the game. Also, Janestown is my favorite episode of Firefly, in which a belligerent mercenary becomes a folk hero, and he doesn't quite understand why, and it's that sort of thing that you can add to your game. It's more interesting if it's not the paladin who becomes a folk hero, but perhaps the dirty, beer-swilling dwarven rogue. So, that is the Savage Worlds Action and Adventure deck, aiding you in your game or adding a few new twists to the storyline when you deal out some mysterious cards.